Tone Break, the first combat evaluation group story. Tone Break, the moment of silence that tells us whether we're on time and on target. This radar bomb scoring crew, a board operator, a radar operator, and a communicator, are out here evaluating air crews, testing their offensive capabilities, and attempting to punch holes in their defensive shields. We have a threefold mission. One, to provide command standardization, evaluation. That is, make sure they do it right. Two, to provide radar bomb and electronic warfare scoring. And three, to provide such contingency warfare support as may be assigned. And that's why we're here, in the north half of Wyoming, Maine, and New York, in Kentucky, Nebraska, Colorado, North and South Dakota, Arizona, Idaho, and Montana, and even outside the continental United States, in such places as Korea, on Guam, in Germany. These strategic training ranges provide realistic mission scenarios for Strategic Air Command and Tactical Air Command crews, as well as for Navy, Marines, National Guard, NATO, and Korean forces. Let's look in on a mission planning session. The only difference between this run and a wartime strike is electronic scoring. This sortie calls for a high-level run against Holbrook in Arizona.
Tomorrow morning's assembly time will be 1:45. We'll take off at 4 o'clock, fly for 7.3 hours, and land at 11:15. Route of flight will be a high release at Holbrook, followed by air refueling on track 112 East. Then we'll descend into low level at the STRC for low releases at Belle Fourche and Powell.
And for the air information, the tanker call sign is going to be Dawn 59. The primary refueling frequency is 238.9. The secondary is going to be 348.9. The TACAN information is 21 and 84. The beacon is 123.
With this Strategic Training Range Complex, or STRC, mission planners can tie together a wide diversity of routes to change the threats, so crews can approach a target from a variety of axes of attack. Therefore, we're able to maintain a constant high level of challenge. When we were first activated in August of '61, only 1 or 2 releases were accomplished on a run. Now, multiple bomb and missile attacks are accomplished on each run. During the Vietnam War, our detachments directed many combat sky spot missions in Southeast Asia, learning important wartime lessons, modifying equipment and procedures, and extending our capabilities. Today, our crews are able to fly at multiple targets with different weapon systems, counter multiple threats, and make high and low-level runs, and sharpen our refueling procedures in one flight.
Pilot exterior is completed. External power.
External power's on.
The aft up is in standby and the code's been set. Warning and indicator lights.
Mark 0-180 radio check.
We're able to train better, train harder, train faster, and save important money in the process. Let's follow Fort 20 as it flies its mission to Holbrook, Belle Fourche, and Powell, and learn exactly how this system works.
Holbrook bomb flood, Fort 20. And 20, this is Holbrook. Go ahead, sir.
Roger, Fort 20 has high-level activity schedule, IV number 1 at 1525. You ready to copy?
And Roger, 20, go ahead, sir.
Roger, we are...
That's the co-pilot, letting Holbrook know who he is, when he'll reach the initial point of the run, and at what altitude. Fort 20 will make a high-level attack at 35,000 feet.
High release synchronous on target 16.
Holbrook's MSQ-77 radar will be used to score the bombing accuracy.
EW's numbers 4 X-ray also. Requesting target defense run.
And Roger, 20, flight copies all, and we'll be standing by your IP call, sir.
During the same high-level attack, our MPS-9 radar will test the skill of the electronic warfare officer aboard the aircraft. This threat radar simulates a battery of anti-aircraft guns.
Starting at 090 degrees, Jim. Copy, 090.
When the B-52 reaches the initial point,
Holbrook bomb plot 420 is India Papa inbound.
And Roger, sir. We'll clear your IP inbound at this time. For electronic warfare, the India band radar is restricted. Do not jam the India band radar. Now copy. Roger. Okay. Use IP, start the quarter. Okay, started. And search.
the radar operator acquires and locks on the aircraft.
See that, Jim?
The aircraft responds by jamming the signal.
And... all right, we got some jamming.
The brush graph measures whether the electronic warfare officer responds quickly enough and whether he breaks the lock. The tracking lines show that the EWO reacted in time. The Autotrack is broken. Now, the MSQ-77 radar zeroes in on the B-52 as the operator swings his antenna and runs his range gate out to the target range. The pen on this moving boom follows the aircraft and records its track, ground speed, and release.
Stand by, tone.
Pilot coming up. Bomb release in 10 seconds.
When the tone breaks,
Bombs away. Over copy. Bombs away for 4-2.
Okay, he's cleared from bomb run heading.
the board operator records the time of the bomb release and the aircraft's altitude. The radar operator will continue to track until all electronic countermeasures have been completed. Once the ECM has been terminated, Fort 20 is cleared from its bomb run heading.
And plus anybody post-release, sir.
Post-release information, true airspeed, bombing altitude, drift correction angle, is relayed to the bomb plot for scoring.
Plot copies, true airspeed of 470.
When the run is scored, the encoded information will be transmitted to the aircraft.
29520. Is that Charlie, sir?
A little over 700 miles northeast of Holbrook, at Belle Fourche, South Dakota, the RBS crew at Mobile Duty Location 36 performs a tough, demanding job. The Master Sergeant who commands this mobile duty location knows that his crew members are and must be multiple position qualified.
Out here in South Dakota at a remote radar bomb scoring site, our mission is quite difficult, and we have to be multi-talented and be on call 24 hours a day to be able to perform the mission. We get to work with many different types of radar systems.
The site commander's office is where he leaves his cap, gets his schedule, and keeps moving.
Is that track within tolerance?
Yes, it's good. 314.25, copy. Range 38,000 smooth, 38,000, copy.
They'll be ready. The mute system sweeps 360 degrees. A computer operator and a radar operator, plus a mute's equipment supervisor, handle this new threat simulator. The bomb scoring crew poised for action at the MSQ-46. 14 Air Force people, 1 civilian engineer. This is temporary duty, a 3-month tour.
How's it going?
Oh, I found one bad part. It's going to take me a few minutes to replace it.
Okay, can you get it fixed?
Yeah, it'll be ready.
That's Fort 20 now.
I'll be flying TA altitude.
Requesting an integrated SRAM release on targets 3, 4, and 6. Requesting mutes, ECM.
Roger, 20. I copied all that information loud and clear, and I'll be standing by your IP call, sir.
Bombs away for 20.
The MSQ-46, like the 77, scores the bomb run.
We have missile away for 20.
Truck's 88K at 248 degrees.
Now the mute system attacks Fort 20 outbound as the B-52 crew takes evasive action.
$87K, 245.
And, sir, be advised your electronic warfare has been scored. Request you terminate.